Well, let's start with the major news of today, and then all the dominoes seem to be falling after that. It is Matthew Stafford. It is amazing how this happened because I had everything written differently on here. We had a topic prepared and everything for it. Then this news comes out that Stafford and the Rams have agreed to a contract extension, rework, I don't know what it is, restructure, but he will be back in Los Angeles. A report I've seen is 2 years, $58 million.
Yeah, the rework, I guess they hammered out a deal. I don't know if it's to save money. I don't know if this means that you're going to bring Cooper Kupp back along with him, because I thought they were blowing up the team, blowing up the offense. So I'll be interested to see what happens to Cooper Kupp after this. But, yeah, going back to L.A., look, I maybe the family didn't want to leave because I thought he was going to Las Vegas. Finding out New York made a serious push, what I think would have been detrimental to them. Sometimes you win by losing, and I think New York won by losing this battle.
They offered $90 to $100 million is what I've seen.
I think Stafford actually wins by not taking the money, because if it's about winning, he's got a much better chance to win with the Rams than he does with the Raiders or the Giants, or dare I say even your Steelers.
Well, let's talk about the domino effect here, because now reports are coming out. The Raiders have now missed out on him. Like we talked about, the Giants has now missed out on him. Every other team that was going after him. Those are the two aggressive teams that was reported today. But the domino effect here now is report here from Adam Schefter that with Matthew Stafford remaining with the Rams, the Raiders now are expected to investigate veteran quarterback options that include Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, and Sam Darnold. That's the Raiders portion.
I can see the Raiders doing that because, all three quarterbacks are like mid-level quarterbacks. You don't have to pay them a ridiculous amount of money. I think Fields, the youngest of the three, maybe more upside. Sam Darnold showed you what he could do if you give him a team and players around him. Russell Wilson just keeps
familiarity with Pete Carroll.
Yeah, so if you're the Raiders, it's not that bad of a Raiders move, Stoney.
No. There's another name there's somebody else who's not on that list who's going to be looking for a job.
See, I don't think the Raiders would want to take you mean the former Jet quarterback?
Yeah.
I don't think the Raiders but hold on, Dave. I don't think the Raiders want to go that route because he's so short term and the Raiders are trying to build something, and Pete Carroll's there to kind of win, and he's a distraction. And if that's the case too, if Aaron Rodgers went to Las Vegas Raiders, Devontae Adams would flip over a table. Like, really? Now you're going back to my old team.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go back to the Raiders.
Flip the table. He would flip the table, David.
Well, speaking of flip the table, we might be getting that because Diana Rossini reports that the New York Giants are now shifting their interest to Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, my God. Well, he's familiar with the turf there.
Oh, you know what, David? We're going to have to hold an emergency prayer to make this happen.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I need you to dig deep down. I need you to have some communion first. If you look, rosary beads, whatever you need, we have to make this happen.
That would be unbelievable.
Heck, borrow a yarmulke from Stoney. I need this to happen.
It would be unbelievable. It would be unfreaking believable for so many reasons. First of all, going from the Jets to the Giants, and I'd love to get not only the obvious reaction, I'd love to get the reaction from Big G.
Oh, Big G.
He'd probably sit there and say, this is good. We might win some football games.
No, he would be angry.
Okay.
Big G is a more controlled anger. Mike is a chair-throwing anger. Big G would just... Big G would not be upset. He'd be very upset. Yeah, he would be very upset, I believe.
If they sign him seriously...
I don't care. I just want him to sign.
I know. I mean,
this is root for radio, man.
Okay,
root for radio.
Yeah, root for radio. They would be better than they had been under Daniel Jones, I would think, right? Would you agree that?
Yes, but they become a three-ring circus.
Yeah, but they're in a division that he's not going to put them ahead of Philly or Washington or, dare I say, Dallas.
No.
So basically, it's like you're fishing and you're just throwing your rod in there and hoping that you get a bite and it works.
No.
And because that's what Dayball are probably doing, and Joe Shane. They know they're done after this year.
Stoney, I would say this is not fishing. This is taking your last dollar that you own and putting it on the lottery. That's what this is. Hoping that you hit the Mega Millions, knowing you're about to be penniless.
Well, let's get to other news here in the NFL because there's a report here that the Commanders and Texans have shown significant interest in trading for wide receiver Debo Samuel. Talks have intensified with both teams. The Steelers and the Broncos have also checked in on Debo Samuel. Thoughts on the Commanders and the Texans, though?
Commanders and Texans, if you're the Niners, that's good. That means it's competition. That means it's going to be a better deal for them. I don't think he's going to come back. I think the two have kind of separated. I don't think you're going to see what happened with the Rams and Stafford where they mend fences and come back together. I got to say, if you're a Lions fan or if you probably don't want to see him with the Commanders because that's a team that you're going to see. You want to hope that, pray to God, he goes to the AFC, he goes to the Texans, and that therefore you would never see him unless it's the Super Bowl.
Because Diggs might not be coming back to the Texans, so they definitely need a receiver, right?
Wait, Diggs is the one that's out even next year, right?
I don't know. He was
one
hurt,
of the receivers with the Texans got hurt, and he's like done this year and next year.
But wasn't Diggs a trade last year? So his contract is up, is what I'm saying.
Yes, he's a free agent. Yes, he is a free agent.
So you would bring him in. He would, like I said, put him with the Commanders along with everything that they have. Like he would go in to be the number 2 receiver, and you can use him at running back. Ooh. That would be a good fit for him.
Yes.
That'd be a good fit for Debo. I mean, I like Debo, but David, how do I feel about receivers?
Yeah.
They're a dime a dozen.
So for everybody, you hate Amon-Ra. No, it's just all receivers.
Well, you mentioned how Lions fans would want him to go to the Texans. You don't want him in division. Well, DK Metcalf, reports from Corbin Smith, who covers the Packers, says the Packers have a trade offer on the table for wide receiver DK Metcalf. The trade package would include the number 23 overall pick in this year's draft, would be Dontavian Wicks or Romeo Doubs going the other way.
So a number 1 and one of the other receivers.
Correct.
What if they threw in Jair Alexander? Because supposedly
I don't think he's returning. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but DK Metcalf in Green Bay, nightmare for Lions fans.
That would be an extreme nightmare for Lions fans because that man he's uncoverable. I mean, he is, and the only reason why you stop him is he just does dumb things in games like he did when he fumbled here this year. But other than that,
he's great.
Hey, look, I like Terry and Arnold and Brian Branch. You ain't covering DK Metcalf, okay?
No.
That's the real world Debo. And I'm talking like Debo from the movie Friday, where, you just go ahead, take the bike, take the chain, whatever you want, Mr. Debo, Mr. DK Metcalf, sir.
Mm-hmm.
No, the Lions do not want to see him as a Green Bay Packer.
And then let's close it out with this because we have news on who will be on Hard Knocks. It will not be an NFL team. NFL Films could not find an NFL team to participate, so Bill Belichick in North Carolina will appear on the off-season edition of Hard Knocks.
We're talking the off-season.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, since it worked so well for the New York Giants last year, I thought you were talking about they weren't going to have one for training camp.
I think that's why they couldn't find an NFL team
because
of the Giants.
Camp.
Yeah.
What? I don't think they're going to have one for training camp. It's going to be.
Well, we'll see if they have one for training camp.
I think everybody.
Yeah, we'll see. But for right now, because of, I believe, is what the Giants look like for their offseason.
Yes.
That's why a team said no.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But they'll do this one.
Nobody would want that at all.
Well, the Giants didn't look that bad, did they? I mean, look, Saquon's not going to go off and win a Super Bowl or something, is he? Oh, he did.
That is football today here on 97.1 The Ticket.